So recently, there's been a manga making its rounds, and I'm sure many of you guys heard of it. It goes by the title of Oshi No Ko, written by the same mangaka of Kaguya-sama Love is War, Akasaka Sensei, and illustrated by Mango Yokiyari Sensei, mangaka of Scum's Wish. Now, from this dynamic duo stronger than basement trolls and Twitch girl boobas, we're given this masterfully crafted tale. And once I started this series, man, shit just got real. I love it when mangakas are really able to visualize societal problems in their works, such as Tatsuki Fujimoto sensei pointing to the serial killer Aoba Shinji of the KyoAni fires in his one-shot, Look Back. In that same vein, both of these legendary mangakas depicted the ugly side of the Japanese entertainment world with a focus on the idol industry. So before I get ahead of myself, Revy, light this baby up! The plot of Oshi No Ko itself is batshit crazy. It opens with a middle-aged gynecologist named Goro. He became a complete simp to an idol named Ai Hoshino of the idol group called B Komachi. Then out of nowhere, 16-year-old Ai shows up to the doors of Goro's office, 20 weeks pregnant, not with one baby, but with twins. When Ai takes her hat off, Goro gets eradicated like buffet food at an all-you-can-eat restaurant in China.
What the hell?
Later that night, when Goro was just trying to process this impossible scenario, he runs into Ai Hoshino on the hospital rooftop. He confesses to Ai that he knows who she is and asks her if she plans on quitting the idol industry altogether once she gives birth. In response, Ai is like, no, I'm gonna have both. I'm gonna raise these kids in private and also be an active idol. She then drops this pretty amazing quote that encapsulates the idol world. Idols are ideals, creatures that shine with magic called lies. A lie is an exceptional form of love. That manifesto captured the heart of Goro, and it was pretty wholesome to a certain point until he said, I'm your slave.
The fuck you say?
Makimov woof woof mode activated. So we get hit with the pregnant mom training arc, and finally, it's the eve of Ai about to give birth. Goro walks around late at night just to clear his head, and then a sus stalker man pops out of nowhere. And before Goro could figure out what the f is going on, he gets Among Us stabbed by the stalker man. Then when Goro opens his eyes, he realized that he reincarnated as a baby, the baby of Ai Hoshino. What in the Mushoku Tensei baby goo goo gaga is going on here? And y'all thought this was it? Apparently Goro, whose name is now Aquamarine, now has a twin sister that's actually an old patient he had that passed away previously from an incurable disease and is an even bigger Ai Hoshino fan than him. Now these two Ai simps find themselves being the children of the very idol they idolize. And the crazy thing is, their previous life memories are completely intact. And yo, this all happened in one chapter. Akasaka sensei, did Hayasaka slip some acid into your afternoon tea? Cause this shit built different. Man, this shit more dysfunctional than that one AOT director's sleep schedule. Ai, a 16-year-old single mom and active idol, is having her twins raised in secret by her agency's president's wife, Miyako, in the entertainment world where you get death threats for even holding hands with the opposite sex. This scenario led to pretty obscure but hilarious moments. Now, one of the things I kind of want to focus on is the eyes of Ai Hoshino. Looking at Ai's eyes, you notice that there's two distinctive star-like designs. This reminds me something that Vinland Saga's Yukimura sensei stated about drawing hands. In an interview, he stated that readers are able to pull in the character's personality and how they live their lives simply based on how their hands are depicted. In the same way Yukimura sensei draws out the character's traits in the hands, Yokiyaki sensei draws out Ai's personality through her eyes. To me, these star design eyes have a twofold meaning. On one hand, they represent the star power of Ai. Whenever Ai performs on stage, she has this engulfing charisma that brings in the audience like a moth attracted to a fire. Her stage presence is just so scary in that aspect. And then on the other hand, These eyes represent the lines that make up the idol called Ai Hoshino. On stage, she's that picture-perfect and beautiful idol, but behind closed doors, she's raising twins in secret, and she even admits not loving her fans. One additional small detail I really loved was how Ruby and Aqua had one half of Ai Hoshino's star-designed eyes. Of course, genetically this made sense, but I feel there's an even deeper meaning. Ruby and Aqua also have fragments of Ai's charisma and star power. In addition, interesting enough, like Ai, Ruby and Aqua are also living a life of lies, because in actuality, they're reincarnated hardcore fans of Ai. Now, pivoting away from the character designs, we enter the crescendo of the prologue arc. After many years of struggling, Ai finally gets the respect she deserves. Ai was presented the ultimate idol privilege, which is performing at the Tokyo Dome. That's like a pop star performing at the Madison Square Garden, or a boxer fighting at MGM Grand. This was the ultimate stage for any Japanese idol. But before Ai's dream could be realized, a stalker shows up to her apartment and stabs her in her stomach. Now, you know a manga is masterfully told when you already see the animated version of it. In this case, I see the scene with the audio completely muted. You see the life of Ai Hoshino leaving her eyes, the distraught Aqua bathing in her mother's blood, and Ruby's inaudible screaming and banging in a locked room. Then as Ai's whole short life of 20 years plays through her mind, all the grateful things she had living her dream as an idol, and the immense regret she has for not being a good mother to Ruby and Aqua. Then boom, the audio concaves in, you hear the last words from Ai's lips. I love you. These 3 words that are meant to bring you warmth as a human brought so much sadness in this tragic tale. The camera zooms in to Ai's desolate, dead face. The starry eyes of Ai is no more. This is the end of the tragic tale of the idol named Ai Hoshino. We then get hit with that Gundam War and Pocket ending of seeing the last recording from the now deceased character. Damn man, it hurts so much. But the panel that really f***ed me up is seeing people on Twitter posting about the dumb shit, ultimately belittling Ai's death. You know, taking a step back, this is a death of a defenseless girl being stabbed to death. However, these trolls are so desensitized that they merely tweet, "Bummer, I thought she was cute, lol." The reason why this hits me in the feels is because you have all these idols that you adore that pass away tragically, and you see the same bullshittery happening in real life Twitter. For example, when my idol Kobe Bryant died, I saw people posting on their Twitters like, "Hey, Kobe died, so now I can sell his shoes for a higher price." Oh my god, kill me now. Now, this story then branches off into the main part of the story, and it gets very interesting. Because on one hand, you have Ruby, who wants to become an idol herself to continue Ai's legacy. And on the other hand, you have Aqua, who turns into this big-brained Lelouch anti-hero who wants to find the person who is really responsible for Ai's death. Man, I cannot wait to see where the story progresses. And I hope you guys pick up this story. And to end off this whole video, I want to leave you guys with this one quote I read online. Oshi No Ko is like the perfect blue of our generation. Thank you guys for watching this video. This has been your boy E-Man. Peace out.
So